When breaking down overhand or sidearm throw, there are four stages: early cocking, late cocking, acceleration, and follow-through. The joints involved are the hip joint, shoulder joint, scapulothoracic, thoracic spine, elbow, knee, ankle, and wrist joint. First, we will be looking at the overhand throw front view and then looking into the overhand throw from the reverse side. Here's a diagram of what the shoulder movements are: abduction, adduction, flexion, extension, internal, external rotation, and horizontal adduction, abduction. From the sidearm throw, looking from the front view, we'll also be looking at the back view of the sidearm throw. Now notice when going into the cocking stage at the sidearm, the elbow joint is further extended as the shoulder is loading the object. This increases your chances for shoulder injuries and less control over the object, in this case a ball. There are several muscles involved with this action, including our upper traps, full traps, lats, deltoids. We even have our rhomboids, part of our rotator cuff muscles for different actions. Here we'll also be using our pectoralis muscles, biceps, triceps, even our internal, external obliques when we do hip twisting and torsions for loading the ball. Going into the acceleration and follow-through phase of the overhand throw, we will notice something. We will notice that looking from the reverse angle, that I will have total control of where I'm aiming because of the control I have over the center of gravity over the object. So here's an image of some muscles that are in the quads, like our adductors, as well as our calves and soleus and lower leg. From the sidearm throw, from the front angle, look at the elbow as it's coming into the acceleration and follow-through phase, how extended it is. So again, here is another example of some wrist movements and some shoulder movements. Once here, we're going into the follow-through on the sidearm. When going through the follow-through, watch the wrist. It goes into pronation, giving the ball its extra power and torque. This is only done during the sidearm throw versus. This is a diagram of the degrees of range of motion that a wrist does when it pronates. So going into the side angle of the sidearm view and the follow-through, you can see the wrist slowly pronating again. For position, overhand throwing comes a more angular motion where we have better control with our bodies and especially shoulders. With help from the shoulder girdle during an overhand throw, it helps to support, stabilize, and add power to an object, in this case a lightweight ball. But the sidearm throw, as said earlier, is a more linear angled motion, and this can cause you to lose some of that control because during the cocking phase, it is here we do not see much help or support from that shoulder girdle, causing more unwanted stress on the shoulder. For velocity, overhand throws allow us to propel objects and balls at a high velocity or speed over repeated throws with greater acceleration and accuracy. A peer review under the responsibility of Shanghai University of Sport shows us a kinematic breakdown of joints, loading, injury prevention, and possible injuries that could occur if done incorrectly. Over the years, there have been considerable investigations into how this complex motion generates high projectile velocities, in which joints and the joint-specific angular motions are primarily responsible.